Every year, a full-time worker in America gets about 1,437 hours of free time. If we convert that block of hours, it adds up to roughly 36 full work weeks. You have an entire second career hiding inside your year. But those hidden hours do not automatically become a better life. They arrive with hope, but they often end with the quiet shame of knowing you had the time, but no actual control over it. To fix this, you need a system. Grab a pen and a piece of paper. We are going to build your personalized evening operating system. When you manage these hours intentionally, you can achieve more in a single well-run week than most people get out of an entire year. First, treat your evening like a financial ledger. Draw 3 columns on your paper: deposits, withdrawals, and debts. Your deposits go here. This is active recovery that actually changes your state, like cooking, reading, or proper sleep. Withdrawals are passive drains. This is when you are completely checked out, like social media scrolling or binge-watching television until your eyes glaze over. Debts are a subtle trap. This happens when ambition tells you to stay up late grinding through emails or forcing work at 2 in the morning. You aren't creating new energy, you are stealing it from tomorrow. Audit your habits. If your passive drains and biological debts consistently exceed your active recovery, you are actively bankrupting your free time. Step Q is finding your clock. Waking up at 5 a.m. alone does not make you a great leader, and forcing a billionaire's morning routine is useless if it fights your actual biology. Tim Cook famously wakes up at 4 a.m. to run Apple. That works for his chronotype. But Barack Obama and Winston Churchill were night owls who stayed up past midnight to do their best thinking. Document your specific biological rhythm. Assign your precision work to the sharpest hours of your day. Save your imagination tasks with the hours when your brain is uninhibited, and use your depleted hours for recovery. Matching your tasks to your body's natural rhythm prevents a common error, treating a late-night second wind like a second workday. Now that your hours are audited, they need direction. Step 3 is setting your evening compass. Your compass needs to point in 3 directions. The first is physical, investments in your health and energy. The second is emotional, actions that bring you closer to the people who matter to you. The third direction is vocational. These are future-facing investments, like studying a new skill, building a side project, or reaching out to a mentor. On your blueprint, write down one specific, actionable investment for each of those 3 directions. A 20-minute workout, calling a friend, practicing code. Neglecting your health or your relationships while pursuing career goals creates a version of success that is physically exhausting and socially isolated. Step 4 is assessing your climate. Even the best evening routine will eventually fail when it meets real-life chaos. When you are in peacetime, your environment is stable. You have the capacity to invest in all 3 points of your compass equally. But when you enter wartime, like launching a startup or bringing home a newborn, you have to narrow the night to survive the fight. Everything else can wait. Failing to officially declare wartime and narrow your focus is the primary reason ambitious people abandon their systems entirely. Finally, we need an emergency protocol. For chaotic days filled with delayed trains, sick kids, and client fires, you need the enough evening checklist. Rule 1 is to remove. Eliminate small decisions tonight so tomorrow is easier. Steve Jobs wore his black turtleneck to remove wardrobe decisions from his daily bandwidth. Anna Wintour has kept the same bob and sunglasses for 30 years for the same reason. Removing these small choices saves mental energy for more important work. Rule 2 is to reflect. Take 2 minutes before bed and ask yourself 3 questions. What did I learn today? What did I improve today? And what did I smile about? Rule 3 is to rest. Create a 15-minute screen-free landing strip to protect your sleep. As Neil deGrasse Tyson points out, sleep looks absurd to an outsider. You lose consciousness for a third of the day and produce nothing, but it remains biologically essential. On a perfect day, you can complete the full routine, but when life gets chaotic, switching to this minimalist version keeps the system running and prevents you from losing control of your evening entirely. Look at your paper. You now have a completed evening operating system. Instead of vaguely hoping to be productive and ending up scrolling in the dark, you have a clear bank account, a biological clock, a guided compass, and a wartime emergency plan. An average adult life only gives you about 22,000 evenings. That is your entire allotment. The question is, will they be enough? Put this blueprint somewhere you will see it. The best evenings don't just end your day, they return you to yourself. Reclaim your time, starting tonight.